Hi everyone, Big John and Victor here. I'm really sorry that I've not put any videos up for a while. I've been having great problems uploading stuff. I'm not really into this, as you know, I'm fairly new to YouTube, although I've been putting a few videos on now and again. And I must apologise, hopefully this will be on. I did one that lasted for about 7 or 8 minutes and it just wouldn't upload at all, so I had to give up, I'm afraid. But we'll see how we get on with these. Everywhere's looking a right mess. I've just not had time to spend up here as often as I'd like. One thing I have done, which as most of you know I'm fairly tall, the area here, we've got an awful lot of tree trunks and dead roots and everything, and I just wouldn't be able to plant anything or cultivate that area at all. So a couple of pallets. Literally, that's all I've done. A couple of pallets. I've just stuck some wood stain on there, just on the outside. Lined them with an old tarpaulin sheet. Filled them with compost and a bit of manure. And I'm probably going to use I've just planted these. These are got Japanese onions that I'm hoping to overwinter. Spring onions at the back. There. These are strawberry plants which I've taken from runners, from the old strawberry plants. I did have a few more, but unfortunately they all dried out in the sun. I just couldn't get down here at all. So that's, for me, that's a great idea because they're probably about 1 metre off the ground. So hopefully they'll be quite beneficial. I'm not going to show you too much because it's a right mess. I've got some sweet corn down there in one of those planters there. The planter there, I've got a load of asparagus in there which I grew from seed. Fruit bushes there which aren't doing that well. I haven't had a great deal of success really. Cabbages, I've had loads of those. I'm really pleased with the cabbages. There's a few left in there now. Hopefully I can still salvage them. I did have potatoes in there which were okay. The far bed there I had onions in, and I just didn't plant anywhere near enough. One addition, you have to excuse the mess, this bed here is actually a raised bed that I put manure and compost in, ready to plant up some other bits and pieces. Within a couple of weeks I had a couple of tomato plants come up from, obviously seed from somewhere. And it's just gone wild, so I've left it. I just haven't touched any of this at all. So there's some small cherry tomatoes, I believe, in there. One addition to the allotment is say hello, Victor.
Hello.
That's a bit better, thank you. We're trying to attract a few frogs and newts and what have you. Victor did find a newt under a log a few weeks ago, so he dug that out and we've just filled it with water, mainly rainwater, but sort of half and half really. So we're hoping to attract a few bits and pieces. I won't get too close with the phone just in case I drop it. That's a grass that came from home. So once that's up and growing well, which it will, I thought it had died off, but no. That's an apple tree that came from home, which I've replanted. All the leaves have gone brown, but if I scrape away the bark, it's still green. It's been in about a month, so I don't know whether I probably planted it at the wrong time, really. But as there are other apple trees in the allotment, I'm hoping it will take anyway. I'll say a balloon up in the sky. Anyway. So that's that. The shed is now up. That's been up for some time. The green wheelie bin, I made that into a water butt. That came from the tip. Cost nothing. One thing that I've had a great success with, I was given a cucumber plant and a couple of tomato plants, and I got nowhere to put them. So one Saturday morning, again with pallets and very thin, cheap plastic, I just knocked that up. And the amount of stuff and success I've had in that little greenhouse is amazing. We've had loads and loads of tomatoes. They're all dying off now. That plant there is, I need to take all that out. That's the cucumber plant. We've probably had about 7 or 8 reasonable sized cucumbers off that. All these peppers, I've had loads of peppers off, chilies off these, which I've had to stick in the freezer. And all these were taken from one chilli that I kept from last year, dried the seeds out, and they've done really well. They really have done really well in there. So I'm going to just leave them in there probably a while longer, and as soon as it starts getting chilly, as in weather chilly, I'll get them out and stick them in the freezer. Couple of compost bins there. So it's still looking a mess everywhere, but hopefully this time next. I mean, I've done more than I thought I would. At one point, we got rid of all the weeds and everywhere was looking fantastic. And then I left it for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Came down here and I could have died. We had a rabbit get in that started chewing everything up, which was a bit. I was a bit despondent about that. But as I say, I'm going to try and upload this video later. Hopefully it'll go up. But next year's the year really. I just want to get stuck in next year, and you know, I mean, it's obvious that the stuff that's grown in there has done really well, so I'm hoping to put some sort of a bigger polytunnel maybe. I don't know yet. It's just having the time to get down here and do stuff. But just give you a quick scan of the rest of the plot. I think we're the only ones down here, aren't we, Victor? At the moment, Sunday afternoon. It's a lovely time to be down here now. Yeah, I put some beans in, they didn't do any good. A lot of stuff hasn't done well at all, but it's just a bit of trial and error really. I know what does well now and what doesn't. So the next video I put up will hopefully be planning stuff. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because there's a little boy playing in the pond after I've asked him several times not to, but children will be children. Okay guys, well once again sorry for the delay, and hopefully if this goes according to plan I'll be putting on some regular updates, and thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Say bye bye, Victor, nicely.
Bye bye.
That's all you're going to get from him today. Cheers guys, bye bye.